Alright everybody, we're coming at you with another traveling knife. This knife has had the pleasure of making it over to me after being reviewed by quite a few people, but North Star Knife Reviews started this traveling knife. This is a Grand Way, a knife made out of the Ukraine, I believe. J.O. Ventures actually started a playlist for this, so be sure you check out his playlist. You'll be able to see all the videos that have been done on this piece alone. I think Tim School of Fish sent it to me. I'm really not 100% sure. I got so many traveling knives here. I'm trying to get them out, but there's a lot of swag in the bag, and I watched Tim's video on it, which is pretty funny. So you'll want to check that out. But also give North Star a sub and check out his channel. You know, he's all the time sending out these awesome pieces for everyone to check out. And, you know, he usually sends them to J.O. first. And there's a reason why J.O. gets all the traveling knives first. And that's because he builds slips for him. Look at this thing. We got the, what is that, a bison on the front of there. We got some barbed wire. It's a belt sheath, for one, a belt slip, you would say, and he likes to put the footprints in there to recognize it is a traveling knife. Got a J.O. Maker's Mark. Just a fantastic piece. I've had J.O. make me quite a few pieces, and I'm always impressed with them, and he just does a great job, and he's all the time helping everybody out, so be sure you check out his channel and the playlist on this specific knife. But let's kind of get into this thing. And the reason why we had to have a belt slip for it is because this thing is kind of big. So we look at this thing, and from the horse hoof, you'll have to watch Tim School of Fish to recognize that terminology. But this is 4.5 inches long, and it's kind of beefy because we got two tools here. You got a blade, and then you also have can opener and a top lifter and just an all-around tool. Like J.O. was using this to cut what do they call it? Zip ties, and it was doing it. He used it to open a can of beans. J.O. really put this thing to the test, but you know, while he had it, of course, look at that. Look at the fit on that. That is not coming up out of there. She's tight. She ain't going anywhere. Just a great belt slip he made for this thing. So let's put that out of the way for now, and let's look at this awesome drop point blade we got here on this thing, and let's look at her fully open and see how long she really is. She's on the 4 and goes all the way to 12 and I don't know, 12 and a quarter maybe, or 12 and an eighth. So she's what, 8 1/8 inches long probably. The blade length, we've got her on a 7, goes all the way to 10 3/4. So she's 3 3/4 inches total length, and then the cutting length is going to be 3.5 probably, just on the cutting length alone. Man, it's just a beefy beast of a knife, and it's a lockback, so it's made to do work. You know, you can get that in your hand, you can really torque on it, you got to worry, and there's no blade play, there's no sloppiness at all. Up and down, nothing. Side to side, nothing. It's kind of a well-built knife. Now on the tang here, you got the, you know, the verbiage Grand Way. Hopefully you can see that there, with a little cross in the middle and a trademark symbol or copyright symbol. Then over here we got 440C for the recognition of the steel type. Everyone knows what, if you're watching this, you probably know what 440C is. I'm not going to explain it. Then here, let's see how long this tool is. You know, your can lifter, or your can opener, your top lifter is going to be a total, she's on the 7, she goes to 9.5, so 2.5 inches just on this tool alone. And like I said, J.O. did a lot of work with that, so you know, it's just a good tool. Well, let's look at the blade centering here. I just noticed this. We're a little bit to the show side, but not a lot, because you're going to be pushing on that to open it towards the middle. So not a big deal at all about that. Got some nice laminate wood here, I believe. Someone said it may be I think Tim said rose. I just don't know. I don't know what type of wood it is, or if it's some type of laminate, but everything's flush. Everything's finished well. There's no pins sticking up. The lock, easy to access, easy to manipulate. But the blade shape, I really like that blade shape, because I'm a big fan of one of these. And, you know, it's more of a, I don't know, they're both drop points, but that's got a little more of a tip on it. So let's look and see what it's like compared to this one. Here's a 112 with the drop point. So we got some similarities here. You know, this knife ain't going to be able to compete with the other two, so we'll put her to the side. These ones here are more work knife, where this is more of a traditional pocket knife. You know, I do take this to work all the time, and I use it. This was a great gift from Doom Crew. These are just the thicker, like I'm going to go hunting and can probably gut and field dress a deer with either one of these. Where I'm not going to do that with this. So let's look at her. I like having it this way. I don't know why I like having it left to right, but we'll put the tangs on the 8 here, and you'll see that, you know, we got about, I don't know, at least well, total length on these blades, probably about 3/4 of an inch difference in those, half to three-quarter, somewhere in the middle. So yeah, very similar blades. The blade stock on the 112 is thicker, but this is going to be longer. So I mean, pick your poison. They both fit well in the hand. This one has the extra tool, and honestly, they're dang near the same. I don't have a pair of calipers on me right now, but they're dang near the same width. I can feel it in my hands. So just great work knives, and both of them got belt sheaths. So let's do one more thing to compare them. You guys know I like to see what the weight is on things, and I think on Tim's or somebody's video, I just shook that, they actually did the weight on this, and I want to say it was over 5 ounces, but we'll see. Well, it's pounds, Jerry. Let's get her on out. Yeah, 5.05 ounces for the Granway. 6.10 ounces for the 112. It's just the beef and the bolsters and the blade stock, of course. And this has 2 blades on it, but or 2 tools, I should say. So just a great blade, you know, coming out of Ukraine, putting out some good stuff. You know, I'm sure proceeds of this may go to help out, you know, their oppression against the Russians or whatnot. So be sure you check these out. Again, I want to thank North Star Knife Reviews. He's a great donator of Happy Hour Live Chat. He's won stuff on Happy Hour Live Chat. Heck, he won some good stuff in our drawing. My son drew him for the November raffle, I believe. So, yeah, guys, be sure you check out his channel. Check out J.O.'s playlist he has on this, and go through and watch J.O.'s video, Tim's School of Fish. I think Gunslinger Cal had it. Terry's Knives and Man Stuff definitely had it. So there's just a few videos I know off the top of my head that I've watched personally on this specific blade. So I'm honored that they think of me and send this stuff to me so I can kind of look at it, review it, and send it, put my decal in the box and send it to the next supporter. All right, guys. Hey, like, subscribe, leave me a comment, and while you're at it, stay sharp and stay strong while you're out.